Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob Connor here, once again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you the Planet of the Apes movie DVD movie collection. Now, this is the 4 film collection from the, I believe it's 2001. And then obviously the more recent ones from 2011 to about 2017, I think it was, yeah. It doesn't include, well, I don't include, when I'm watching them, the old ones, which obviously are, well, part of the franchise, but they're a bit old. Alright, fair enough, if you like the old ones, fair enough, with Charlton Heston. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces when they're on, but as I say, I don't include them when I'm watching them. I mean, they're a little bit before my time, sort of 70s. I mean, I was born in 84, so, you know, a bit before my time, and as I say, I just don't include them. I only just watch these 4 when I'm watching the franchise. So, start off, first one. Obviously starring Mark Wahlberg, and this copy I've got is the 2-disc special edition. So obviously it was the much anticipated Planet of the Apes film. Well, I think it was at the time. I remember when people were saying it about they wanted to see it. It was, I think there was a lot of hype about it. Yeah, well, I just remember a lot of people. I mean, I wasn't too fast. I wanted to see it because it was just like an action film. But I remember a lot of people, you know, going crazy about it because I think, I'm not sure if it was to do with the old films and they'd got a new film or whatever. But you know, a lot of people wanted to see it. And to be honest, I think when it was out, I remember watching it, and I remember not being too impressed by it. I thought it was alright, but then I didn't think it was that great. But then it's only actually years later that I've got this. I think I got this a few years ago, and I hadn't seen it for years before that. And actually, to be honest, it's actually alright. Because you know, my first thoughts before was it's not great, but it's actually alright. I don't think it's better than the more recent ones, because I think the action is fantastic in those, which we'll come to in a moment. But I think actually it's alright, actually, to be honest. It's got a good time on it. Length. It's not too short. It's not too long. And it's actually alright, actually, to be honest. When I said before, you know, that I hadn't seen it, you know, when I watched it, being not that good, but when I've seen it a few times, and I've just recently, just watched it earlier on, and it's actually alright. I think it's quite good all the way through, and there's some good moments. And then the end battle's okay. Yeah, and the action's alright. Wahlberg's okay in it, and the action's alright. And I think it is alright, actually, to be honest. Now coming up to the, you know, some years later, like 10 years later, because obviously it was 2011. Now I think they are sort of connected to that, because it's sort of like that, and then this, but obviously these 3 sort of are together, but when I include it, I do that as well, you know, those 4 together, which works quite well. And this I've seen quite a few times, and to be honest, I'd see it as more of a build-up to sort of the whole thing, and to be honest, it's sort of, I think the build-up is alright, you know, getting to, you know, see why they, you know, went like they did, and the intelligence of them, and escaping, and then final scene is pretty good, and it's all right. It's good in places, but for me, I think it's just a bit too boring, the build up, waiting for stuff to happen. Yeah, and I feel it's just a bit slow of a build up, sort of to the climax of the battle between apes and humans. But I really like the apes, and I really feel sorry for them when the humans are attacking them. And I was actually quite happy when the apes got the revenge on the humans, to be honest, because I didn't like the way that they was treated. I quite like animals, and I like apes, gorillas, monkeys. I think they're quite cool. So I was really glad actually when they got their revenge on the humans. But as I say, I think it's more of a build-up. I find it a bit slow, and apart from the end bit, which is quite good. But as I say, there's bits and pieces that I like, but I thought it's just sort of a bit too slow of a build-up. Now let's go on to planet Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is pretty good, to be honest, because you're getting the build-up, and then this is just quite good, to be honest. I really like it, and yeah, it's pretty good all the way through, really, to be honest. There's a lot going on. It's like a huge battle, which is really, really good. I really like it. I don't like when the apes get shot, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan on them getting shot. I find that quite sad. I don't like any animal abuse or cruelty or anything. Although the apes are against the humans, I'm still not on that of them getting shot. Personally, I prefer the humans getting shot, but that's just my opinion. Because obviously, it's just a film, but I just don't like them getting hurt or shot. So I'm actually on the apes' side while they're against the humans, but that's just my opinion. But as I say, I think it's quite good, to be honest. It's certainly better than those two. It's certainly better than the old ones. I think the action's really, really good. It's good all the way through, and yeah, it's pretty good. The end scene is good, and there's loads of good action. It's got loads of good moments, and I think the special effects are really good. I think it's all good, to be honest. I don't think there's any issues with it, to be honest. Even when there's plotting and stuff, it's quite good. Coming on to War for the Planet of the Apes, I should say. And this is just pretty fantastic, to be honest. And I'm trying to actually think whether I like it better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or whether I like it better. Not too sure, actually. I've only just watched those two earlier on, and then I'm going to watch these two later on in the week. But I used to say I quite like them both. Yeah, it's a tough one, to be honest. I'll probably say Dawn, but War is pretty good. It's just similar to Dawn, which just you're already there in the middle of the battle, and it's great, really, from start to finish. It's pretty good all the way through. There's just loads and loads of good action, and it's all good special effects, and it's pretty great. As I say, the last battle was fantastic, and again, I'm not a fan of the apes getting hurt. So again, I'm on the apes side, wanting them to win. So I love them, and yeah, it's just all good really. It's just a great action film, and as it says on there, it is fantastic, to be honest. It's all good, yeah. So apart from the apes getting hurt, which I'm not a fan of, apart from that, it's a great action film. It's pretty strong. Probably say it's one of the best films of 2017, to be honest. It's pretty good. All good stuff, really. As I say, certainly better than those. Maybe Dawn, then that, then maybe that and that. But yeah, it's all good. It's really good, fantastic. And that's pretty much it. So guys, hope you enjoy this video. Feel free to subscribe for lots of other stuff. Give your thoughts and opinions on the franchise, and don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers guys, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.